Welcome to LDS Paper Toys. I'm S. Periatri. Today we're going to talk about Table Tank, the only game in the world that teaches kids sight measurement. You can download the Table Tank pieces and directions from ldspapertoys.com. So you'll get these pieces, you're just going to cut these out. You'll get two bases, a blue base and a red base. You can cut those out, and then you've got the instructions. So I encourage you to read those instructions, but I'm going to give you a quick start of how the game works and what are the basic rules. So you're going to get a table or an area. You can play this on the living room floor if you want to. Table is good. You're going to establish a red side and a blue side. So here's all my cutout pieces, and I'm putting the red on the left side, the blue on the right. And so the player can move their base anywhere they want to. In this case, we have the bases at the end, which is probably the safest thing to do strategically. You can move the tanks anywhere you want to on your side. You can move a tank way over here if you want to, and that's fine. So once the players are satisfied with where their pieces are, then you can start the game. The game starts with paper, rock, scissors. Whoever wins goes first. So let's say in this case the blue team is the winner of that, and they are now first. So for their move, they're going to decide whether they want to attack or not. So here they have this tank out front, and they decide, yes, I want to attack. This tank right here labeled C, it's kind of close, so they think they can probably hit that. And the only reason why these tanks have letters is just so you can identify them. So you can say D attacking C, or you could say D attacking A. Whatever tank you're going after, you can declare it so we know what we're talking about. So in this case, it would be D attacking C. Then the player says 10. He's now declared that he thinks that red tank, letter C, is actually 10 inches away from the D tank. Now we bring out the measuring tape. Make sure that you don't use a ruler. Make sure you actually use measuring tape for this. You want to make sure that the measuring tape is not exposed during the game so no one can cheat. They need to be able to measure with their eyes, and we only bring out the measuring tape when they're attacking, and then we immediately put it away. So in this case, he said 10 inches. So notice that we're starting on the white dot of the attacking tank, and it's going through the dot of the target tank. So he'd actually declared 10, and that would be a hit in this case, because the line of the 10 here is actually hitting the piece of paper. Now, let's say that he had said 9. Would that be a hit? No, because the 9 comes out just at the table here. The hit would be right here. What if he said 11? 11 would be here. That would also be a miss. If he would have said 10 and a half, that would be a hit. He could say 10 and a half, and that would be around here, and that would still be a hit. If the line touches the piece of paper that's on the table, then that piece of paper, the target, is then removed. So in this case, the red would be removed. And we would simply move that to our damaged tanks area. So now that the blue team was successful in that, now they want to keep attacking because they got a hit. So they're allowed to keep going until they miss. So now they're saying, okay, D versus E, let's see if we can hit that. So here they say, 8 inches. So they say D attacking E, 8. So they've declared it, now we come out and measure it. We're starting the measurement from the attacking tank and making it go through the target tank. In this case, the guess of 8 would be incorrect, because 8 would be here. And so now the blue team can't attack anymore, so they're going to have to end their turn. To end their turn, they make a move. The move is simply a hand span. One tank can go a hand span. So you actually take your physical hand, this will represent your hand, and you can move any direction in a straight line. So let's say we wanted to move this tank maybe this direction. We simply use the hand here, would be your real life hand, put it on the table, and then spread out your hands as far as you can go from your thumb to your pinky, and then touch that paper with your thumb or pinky, and then simply move it to the other side of your hand like that, and that's your move. And the reason that is done is it keeps the measurement unpredictable, because that tank that was being attacked would know the measurement. So by moving, now no one knows the current measurements on the table. Now that blue has made their move, now it is the red's turn. Whenever a team makes a move, that means that team's turn is over. Now red decides to not attack. Red thinks, well, I don't think I can reach most of these guys, so I'm not even going to waste my time taking a shot. Because if I take a shot, it's going to tell the other team where I am, distance-wise. So red team says, you know what, I'm not attacking, I'm going to go ahead and take my move. So they take their hand and they decide to move this B tank like so. Now the red team's turn is over because they made their move. Now it's blue again. Now blue decides this B tank is a little close, so they're going to attack. The blue team is worried that red's getting a little bit too close to their base. So remember, if you fire one shot on the base, the game's over. Also, if you kill all the opponent's tanks, the game's over. But the base only needs one shot and it's over. So the blue tank, not only is it going to attack, he says C attacking B, but I'm going to use one of my weapon upgrades. He can use this mega shot or the atomic shot, which is a little slightly bigger. So he decides to use the atomic shot. So he says, you know what, I'm going to go with 7. I think these are 7 inches apart. But I'm going to use my blue atomic shot. So we line it up here as usual. And now we simply take the white dot of the upgrade here. It's got a white dot in the middle. And we put that on the 7. So notice we have the ruler starting at the attacking tank, running through the target, and we place the upgrade right on the declared number. He said 7, so we put it right on the 7. Now notice now that the upgrade has covered the tank. Since he's touching it at all, if he's touching it at all, then it is a hit. So this red tank is now gone and needs to be put back in their base. Now the blue team gets to go again, right? But they decide to just take their move instead of attacking again. Now look what's going to happen here. This tank is going to jump to this side. Now he can't actually land on the upgrade here. He can go right here as far as he can make it. In fact, any move you're making during the game can be shorter than your hand span. It doesn't have to be fully. You can make it go half that size if you want. You can always move here. You don't have to move the full length. But in this case, he's going to move almost the full length, and he's going to touch that upgrade. And now that he's touched it, what's going to happen is we're going to move this back to the base. Now that it's back on the base, we can use it for future moves. Okay, and just as an example, if that blue atomic shot was out here for some reason, it actually acts as a crater or a wall for the opposing team. So this team can't collect it like so. In fact, they can't do anything with it. They have to move around it. And since they can only move in a straight line, they'd have to move, like this on a turn, maybe like this on a turn. They can't go through it. So their red upgrade here, if it was the red one, the red team could touch it. So in this case, red team can say E attacking the blue base, 7. So he's declared 7. So we're going to start the measuring tape right on the attacking tank, make it run through the dot of the base. The base has a center dot. And you can see, does 7 touch inside the base? And in this case, yes, it does. Now, that means red has now won the game. But remember that red could have used an upgrade, this mega shot or the atomic shot, to improve his chances. In this case, his atomic shot is in play somewhere on the board, so he can't use that, but he can still use this mega shot. So let's say in this case he decided to use the mega shot instead, and he guessed 6. Again, we can put that right underneath that spot. It goes right through that circle, and then we move it. Here, he's slightly overlapping the base, so that still would be considered a hit, and he'd still win the game. So using those weapon upgrades can be really helpful. For further instruction, refer to the rules, but that is the basic play. It's a fun game. My kids have played it. For more ideas like this, visit ldspapertoys.com.